Yo, check this out. This is Wayne Wonder, representing for Warwick LTV. You see the vision, don't it? See the vision. Warwick LTV. Keep it locked.
I'm gonna tell you. We, us, as bloggers, these are the issues that we need to address. You understand what I say? You see? Set the bar for the youth. Share, like, and subscribe, and stay tuned to the channel. I don't know all this. Yes, I. Greetings once again, brothers and sisters, in the mighty name of His Imperial Majesty Emperor Haile Selassie I the First. And I think that's good and wonderful about us. See? Welcome all viewers and subscribers. See? Pleasant welcome. Viewers, if you like the content, subscribe, press the bell icon, and get a notification. Make we help develop the platform. In a seat. Now, I'm going to observe something with the FLA and Jamaica, the Family Links Alliance in Jamaica. You see, it might be more popularly known to regular people as the Firearms License Authority, the FLA. Me see that as the Family Links Alliance. You see, anyway, we are gonna explore that scene, but what I want to observe mainly scene is something in particular we go on. And we already, there's a side story to it too, regarding the previous security minister, Peter Bunting. Yeah. See, I'm gonna give my opinion on the story and give some context to the whole thing as far as story. And I grasp it, because be a corruption going on, you know, even with the media, you see, partial with the terminology them where them use, you know, see it how them try generate a certain level of compassion for them criminal, yeah, with them narrative, you know, see it. Anyway, I could get in it, come start but a different footing still. But here what I'm going to find the story yet, you know, but I'm going to find in the meantime. See? And in the meantime, I'm going to have a little issue I go on with the the licenses, driving licenses authority here in Britain. You know, see, because I take one picture in a this for renew my license, send it off, go get them. And them send back come tell me, say, them nah renew the license because me have on the thing upon my head, and head wear is only permitted for religious purposes. See, so me write back to them and I ask them if me not look like a Rasta man. See, and Rasta is protected under the religious argument over here. See, whether or not I accept that or appreciate of that. You know, see, so again with another authority with what I consider is high double standard, because I am familiar with the Sikhs, them and them attire. Nobody not challenge them. I mean, they are protected under that. See? So I can't see why somebody even find it impertinent to question I headdress. You know, see, anyway, it's ongoing, because even at present, my license expire. See, so it's like me don't even know when me there if me allowed to still drive or whatever. You know, see, but anyway, for the Family Links Alliance, we are read a little thing here. You know, see, I hope this are the story where I really look for another one here, you know. You see that one here now, that one here more recent than the one where I man come across earlier. But nonetheless, there is no doubt this one has got the same tone to it. You see, anyway. Former National Security Minister Peter Bunting and Robert Montaque are facing scathing criticisms from a founding director of the board of the Firearm Licensing Authority, FLA, who says they and some board members have betrayed the confidence bestowed on the entity. In a Gleaner interview Thursday, hours after the publication of the Integrity Commission's, I'll try to find the Gleaner's coverage on the Integrities Commission. The Integrities Commission special report on an investigation into questionable operations at the FLA. Retired Lieutenant Commander George Overton said the scandal bedeviling the authority lies at the feet of the former ministers and board. The 245-page report covered the period 2015-2018 following an investigation into allegation of impropriety, irregularity and corruption in the issuance of firearm users' license to persons of questionable character. I have confidence in the staff of the FLA. I believe that the confidence have been betrayed in the period that the Integrity Commission reported on by members of the board and the ministers who presided over those actions, said Overton, who was one of the first directors of the board of the FLA when it was established in 2005. Seeing somebody tell me some sound low, He said at that time he recommended that members of the FLA board be subjected to annual polygraphy tests to maintain and ensure integrity. However, he said the practice was not popular back then and the advocacy for the recommendation fizzled. It is not too late to consider it, he suggested. The Integrity Commission said its investigation was prompted by media reports that raised several red flags about the operation of the FLA. In its finding, the Commission said licenses were granted to individuals who were convicted of drugs offense in at least 13 cases, while in at least 4 instances, latter scammers received gun permits. Now, that are the part where I'm kind of concerned about, because the first article was talking about people who were charged with these offenses or arrested. It never said they were convicted. You understand what I say? No, anybody can be arrested, charged, detained. It's almost like being detained. See, being arrested, charged, or detained doesn't mean that you are convicted or guilty of the crime that which you are alleged to have committed. You understand what I say? You have to come up with a conviction before you can say anything. And in a lot of cases, conviction itself aren't even safe. Still, that does not, it's not, wouldn't be, the onus of that wouldn't be on the FLA to prove whether your conviction was safe. Yes, I know. Once you're convicted, I just said stop. I mean, it's too fragile. It's too much of a fragile situation, case of the gun issuance figure really. Second guess what might have went on. But I could continue with the reading. Seen, lottery scammers receive gun permits. The report, more than likely, because from the report added that in at least 7 instances, licenses were granted to applicants convicted of violent crimes who had previously been denied. It said firearm user licenses were denied and subsequently granted to individuals who were convicted for illegal possession of a firearm in at least 3 instances, while permits were granted in at least 10 instances to persons FLA investigators said committed drug-related offenses. No. Somebody need to be charged with the issuance of illegal firearms. You can't put a criminal them there, you put gun in them hand. You see, and if that are the case, you knowingly done so. Come on. When we're not going to set up consequences of people in authority like these who keep, what's going to be the consequence of the next guy will come? We're not talking about set up lie detector. I don't need to set up none of that. I just need to set up deterrent. That means so when guy just think about them, deterrent the rasta, them nobody want, it not worth it, whatever. A guy I go offer them to do it. See it. But because them deterrent there is gonna be, gonna be held accountable, gonna be held by these standards as well. And you know want to set the standards by which you surely is gonna stamp out corruption. That's why I keep going over these fangerdangles, lie detector tests and all them stuff. I'm like, either. Listen, no disrespect to who are try come up with ideas and things like that. You know, see, but you know, we need consequence, Rasta. Consequence. That means say even the man, where would that be the one where do the lie detecting? Even him. You know, sure. You see permits. Ooh. Convicted of furious crime or previously being denied. The report added that in at least 7 instances, licenses were granted to applicants convicted of violent crimes who had previously been denied. It said firearm user licenses were denied and subsequently granted to individuals who were convicted for illegal possession of a firearm in at least 3 instances, while permits were granted in at least 10 instances to persons, family links, alliance, investigators said committed drug-related offenses. It also said that in 30 of 52 instances for the period February 2016 to February 2018, FLA investigators did not recommend that applicants be granted firearm user license, notwithstanding the fact that these persons were denied by the FLA board. They were subsequently granted the reference license upon a reconsideration of the board, the report said. Additional, it said Montaque knowingly granted gun permits to 6 people with criminal traces when he was security minister between 2016 and 2018, while Bunting, who held a portfolio between 2012 and 2016, granted gun license to 2 people of similar ilk. Now, in the other report, it said these people were only charged. You know, and I'm sure one of them was convicted abroad or charged abroad, according to the article. You know, see, now I'm not defend Bunting and none of them with what them do, but we have to put these things in a context and define how we are dealing, because we don't know if a man convicted in America or anything like that, how well does that affect his portfolio in Jamaica. You see, anyway, I doubt the opposite is the same. I am very much in doubt of that, but I could continue still. Overton has argued that these matters should have been handled by the review board and are not to have reached the desk of the ministers. There is an appeals board, and the appeals board is supposed to handle the appeals of persons who have either had their firearm license revoked or who have had their applications rejected, he said. I don't know how the ministers came into the equation at all, because these matters should have been dealt with by the appeals board. I would hate to think that after the main board rejects an individual, the appeals board of the FLA rejects an individual, that the minister is going to overturn the decision. The Firearms Act, which is currently under review by Parliament, outlined the role of the Minister of National Security as receiving and considering the reports of the review board, and upon a review of same, directing the FLA board as he may think fit in relation to firearm users license application. Yeah. So, I wonder how the minister, you see, minister get a money. You have a set rate where the minister has set. Me don't know of that. How you mean? You can't go a Jamaica that. Me don't know the price. Me don't know nothing about the price, the link, the connection where you go or nothing. But me can tell you that there's a set rate. You're not going to hear that. There's a set rate where you get to the link and the link get to the link and things happen. You know, see, you know about that there, you shouldn't give one man so much power. You know, that's why when you put a ministry, every ministry have it hustling, for the guy where run it in a rasta. You know, see it. And this guy hustling. You see it. And them know that. And them talk about what? 6 6 people with them can't talk about. 6 people with now go link them to, I mean, 6 people when now go link them to feed them criminal to that as well. You know, see? But you have a whole heap of people out there, hundreds of people out there. But if you go call them man their name, you're going to end up get exposed with another level of corruption where you might have involved in with them, man. Not come with 6 people, but 6 licenses were overturned and board review. If I was that alone, wouldn't have no problem. Wouldn't have not much to worry about. Because I know them 6 man, they've go find them and take. You know, see? Come here, so with 6 man. You know, see? Further, it said where the review board failed. It said where the review board failed to submit to the minister for his determination a written report of its findings and recommendations, the minister may hear and determine the matter under review. In a statement on Thursday, Montaque, who is now a minister without a portfolio, the Minister of Economic Growth and Job Creation, said the Integrity Commission's report is grossly misrepresentative of and incomplete. He said he was not fully given the opportunity to respond to what the Commission sought to assert as facts. Hold on there. So the Commission just there one side and read newspaper and then the Commission no question witness and even you too. I mean by coming, what kind of argument them that a guy here? Oh yeah, this start, you are this start the thing you know. The meaning of a commission, you make it look like the integrity commission is something where just read the newspaper and whatever the newspaper say that them come up with, them assume. The integrity commission usually have authority for calling people who they think are relevant to the case and question them. Now, if given that authority, given that power, if them not calling the people them where matter much to the case are is beneficial to them claim, it's that in your benefit, Montaque. So you wouldn't be the one you saw complain say the thing is being misrepresented, the fact is being misrepresented. You wouldn't be complaining, Rasta. You see, and it's what kind of combat this in the eyes of Jamaica people. Only like a shallow, cheap leader. That's what youth like I and I are watching Rasta. Somewhere along the line, drop the ball in terms of the intelligence of Jamaica people. You know, see, say, a 600,000, a 500,000 people voting in the last election gone. I want to bump up the numbers to 800,000 and attack and I represent that like something desperate, wrong with the political structure and the system of Jamaica. The people, them demoralize. I want to still please and proud and in a practice that's now and still I use them side. I want them guy, I want to take Jamaica for Rasta. I either to not take Jamaica people for You know, see, that's why chase away the intelligent people out of Jamaica with economic sanctions. You know, see, because in a lot of cases where you take a teacher for go work and come home back and suffice, take care of the family and things like that, you don't pay them work there. See, so if you not destroy the education from inside like that, it's a plan game. You know, see it? Right, and I want to pay more attention to it. Me see in a coronavirus lockdown a teacher do teaching in her backyard. And she say also because she not get pay from the government, Rasta, and the government people hey, people in a lockdown like what some third world country are going, like what some first world, America and Britain and other European country are going with, while them are pay them people, them citizens, to stay home, Them are pay them to stay home. All illegal people, them pick up now and put them in a system because them say because of all the coronavirus thing set and wait, them have to go take care of everybody because anybody if in the care system now, you can end up be a carrier, permanent carrier, a transmitter out there and just inoculate the place. That was the concept. So even the people them homeless people them on the street, both who choose to make themselves homeless and who are homeless by circumstance. Government put them in a hotel. Hotel Rasta. You see? Yeah, some of them are going to go try and live the same life where they usually live on the sidewalk. Now the people in the hotel. Boy, yeah. You see it? So them could have drawn a certain draconian rule. What would have considered draconian by Jamaica standard Rasta? Because we now the economic resource or the social resource for, assist the population like that. You see it? So what Jamaica and country others like Jamaica went through was wicked. You see it? And our politicians them get away with that. You see it? And it's them level that why them think them can be so shallow with them retorts and come back regarding certain dirty nasty allegation like them against them Rasta. You see it in a no other developing country and no civilized country, nation Rasta. You have the politician them resign immediately and come out of politics and go and deal with them as a private citizen. You know, see, you can give a illegal gun and they attack boy are still politician. From another idiot. Anyway, I can finish read the article. You know, see, in a statement on Thursday, Montaque, who is now a minister without portfolio, the Minister of Economic Growth and Job Creation, said the Integrity Commission report is grossly misrepresentative and incomplete. He said he was not fully given the opportunity to respond to what the commission thought to assert as facts. He said the report did not take into consideration that his action was informed and guided by the recommendation of a panel of experts. Remember, you know, you a guy I'll go on with you now, you know. You see where a guy I try use now is some little words within the contract or the agreement with him sign. You see it? And I go on like him is a program robot. You see it? He will play naivety now upon the facts, so well then just go by the rules and him now use him common sense. He never did apply the common sense as a Jamaican in a Jamaica. You know see it? Alright. And if the rest of minister them make that fly, them not deserve we know them not deserve the position with them in anyway. All of them are charlatan. You see, the minister said that the report has been referred to his attorney. And them ministers stewardship, we are treating people criminally and normal, you know. Montaque stewardship of the security and transport and mining ministry has been called into question in the past when he presided over the unresolved police used car saga and dissolution of the board of the Airport Authority of Jamaica, AAJ, and Norman Manley International Airport Limited in the wake of a gleaner revelation that the AAJ had made a $450 million stock purchase in the St. Lucia registered firm First Rock. The purchase was a breach of the law because the entities did not give the permission of the Minister of Finance. The entities did not get the permission of the Minister of Finance. Similarly, last November, the Clarendon Aluminum Production Board resigned amid growing controversy over a series of contracts given to CCA Capital Partners in recent months. Meanwhile, Bunting, the leader of opposition business in Senate, said also that the report has been sent to his attorneys. He said the report listed a number of what appeared to be serious irregularities at the FLA, almost all of which occurred after his time as the responsible minister. He said the cases in question were 2 out of hundreds he would have reviewed during the 4-year period. Yes, from my recollection, the Firearms Review Board had recommended that the license be granted or restored, and as minister, I acted either in accordance with their recommendation or more conservatively, said Bunting. Yeah, that with conservative people now, you know, more I know say. So when it comes to opportunity, we're not conservative, you know. We're not deal with conservative because we don't want to give nobody nothing. You know, see it when there's a profit phone on all in. Not do that, man, but conservative. Like I say, You know, you're not sure. Not conservative with corruption, man, but conservatively. I mean, conservatively mean for you get the right price, you offer it. I mean, you not give it for free. You not give it for free, and that can't, you know how to go here, man. The contents of the Integrity Commission report do not support the headlines and other statements in the media coverage which relate to me. And the media coverage is, in my view, defamatory. Rotted. No. Why? And I'm not even you in a power, you know. You should have had the first member. I've never seen this. This is another new. You see, the report also named Dennis Meadows, the former deputy chairman of the FLA, who it said could face charges for misconduct in a public office, breaches of public trust, and a breach of the Corruption Prevention Act. So it's like this man is not a political leader or member. So my boy immune from charges, Montaque and Peter Bunting. I'm gonna hear a reference to that possibility regarding their action in all of this. What? Them are a civilian to like, oh, hold on, there's something else where I go on, I don't know about this one. You know, see? Yes, I. The Gleaner first reported on February the 16th that Clint Rennie, the brother-in-law of Meadows, who among more than 200 people of questionable characters reportedly granted gun license by the FLA. Documents seen by the Gleaner show that Rennie was convicted for possession of cocaine and his application was denied in August 2015 on the basis that he failed to disclose his criminal conviction. Without submitting an application for appeal or making a new application, he was granted a license in June 2016, 3 months after Meadows joined the FLA board. I mean, family links, alliance. The license was revoked in February 2020. The Integrity Commission said that as a public servant, Meadows advanced a private interest, which resulted in a benefit to his family member. In this respect, his action contravened the principles of integrity and good governance. The Director of Investigation said, now Director of Investigation wanna look into what inspired the ministers to grant these privileges to people who investigators say has got questionable character. There must be an incentive, Rasta. There must be an incentive. This is where the head of the corruption is. This is the basis of all corruption. This is the authority. This is where we need interest to be penetrated, Rasta. We don't want to hear about a civilian guy who would take all the bun. I want to them boy. I fool them to find them. But anyway. Integrity and Governance, the Director of Investigations. Meadows did not respond to the Gleaner for a comment on the Commission finding. The matter has been referred to the Director of Corruption and Prosecution for a determination to be made in relation to whether his actions amount to an explicit act of nepotism, which constitute the common law offense of misconduct in public office, a breach of public trust, and a breach of Section 14 of the Corruption Prevention Act. Yo, they need another article to back up that. That one here is quite detailed. You see, and at them level here, we show you denial and the reason for no consequence because of them same guy here, they must set up consequence themselves. The same minister them, who them override whatever the authority them and the FLA say and grant it to them cronies through the nepotism. See, them are the ones who responsible for them thing. You see, them are the ones who responsible for them thing, Rasta, and them people need to call into question. Because them people are supposed to have the better interest of Jamaica at heart. If it would have worked better for them. That's what worked better for the majority of us. You see the guy with questionable character. Him are the least regarding that firearm. You see, the implication behind that or the ramification behind that is that whole heap of youth, thousands more youth know about him criminality than the minister and them type of people like themselves. And thousands of youth see that and just say, yo, do the same thing to soon get my own gun. I can get my license gun at the end of the day. So, you know, there is no deterrent from criminality in essence. Because once you come up and you have certain amount, from you have the amount of money, the right price you can pay and clear and, you know, pay your way through. You know, see, yes, that's how I see it. You know, see, yeah, I hope I make sense. See, and I give thanks. See, like I say, I did want to expound on the facts of well. If you get convicted abroad or arrested abroad, you know, and things like that, how does it affect your criminal record in Jamaica? Because at the end of the day, I notice people abroad go commit criminality in other countries all the time and serve them time and come back and, you know, see or hear, we don't usually see them get ostracized or, you know, me I say, publicly disgraced by for them local authority. You know, see, we never really see that. Matter of fact, them get a sort of, you know, admiration for the fact that, well, then them could survive in a such circumstance, survive through such circumstance. You know, them get more emulated than anything else. I don't really see them get taken down, so it just only speak to the facts of, well, then, you know, one world government, you know, see, they violate any one of them first world country, them, you know, anywhere you go in the third world, you still have the record there, follow you, you know, see, and I'm not sure if the same is the same for the other hand, you know, see, someone that loves somebody, would I love the item, you know, give her a reasoning for that, and I give thanks still. Share, like, and subscribe, right?